Hello, welcome back. As promised, Blondie against the odds. And now we talk about the pressing, mastering quality of those remasters. I compared 5 of the 6 against their British, English, UK first pressings. One of them I compared also to the American first pressing. This is in a way important because this country of origin thing is sometimes not black and white. Blondie, British band, American band, some of the members are Americans. Yeah, but yeah, for me, I decided I go for the British pressings, and it's punk, pop punk. They sold as many albums in Great Britain, although the population is much smaller than in the United States. For me, and excuse me for all who sees that differently, for me this is somehow more of a British band than an American band, although it's not black and white, of course. For example, you have that sometimes. Bob Marley. Shall we go for the first Jamaican pressings? I don't know. I think British is also the way to go with Bob Marley. But okay, let's start, as we really have to go through some copies. Let's start, of course, with Blondie self-titled. Here you have the edition from the box set, and I compare these Blondie, the first Blondie, against the American first pressing on Chrysalis and the British first pressing on private stock. And it was a good decision to do it at least one time, although you can't make a certain rule out of it, but it was very, very interesting. The British private stock pressing I have here in near mint condition is all of those 12 records, the best sounding one. This is a killer sounding release, 1977. It smoked the other two. Also the American first pressing. There was really much more freshness, punch, and it was very lively. The voice of Debbie Harry gives you so much more detail, then it was really quite impressive, the difference. It's also the biggest difference of all the upcoming releases we go through in this video. So this is, if you want to do yourself a favor and like Blondie, try to get this private stock first pressing UK. Tremendous. Overall, I can tell you that in my opinion they did a very, very good job on the remaster. Digitally, of course, they are digitally sourced, although of course they say they come from the analog tapes, but we all know what that means. Everything comes from the analog tapes. There is a digital step in these remasters, but they did a good job. Really, they do sound good. We go further on, then you can see how big the difference overall is. In this case, when it comes to the first self-titled, the difference between the British first pressing on private stock is big. The difference between the newly remastered and the first American pressing is, yeah, I'd say the US first pressing is slightly better, but the difference between the private stock and the American pressing is way bigger, way bigger. Let me put it that way. There is a difference, but not neglectable. If a release sounds better, it sounds better, but not that big. I hope you get what I want to bring to you. Yeah, and for the upcoming other releases, I didn't have the American first pressing because I don't want to do a PhD on Blondie pressings, and I think we get a good idea of the quality of this remaster with the British pressings. Next one, Plastic Letters Blondie. Here is the jacket of the remaster, and I can tell you that they did a wonderful job on the new jackets. Really good. The colors are quite well. There's not much difference. They really did a good job with the jackets. What they didn't do so good is that they give us paper sleeves that are not polylined. Don't like that, and I think for the price of this box set they could have done that. Yeah, and here I have the near mint first British pressing, now also on Chrysalis. And yeah, fresher. Not a huge difference, not a big difference. You know, for example, the difference for those of you who see most of my videos and have seen the Elvis Costello MoFi, way smaller difference than with the Elvis Costello MoFi and the Imperial Bedroom. Way smaller, and that leads me to the conclusion that they really did a good job with this remaster. What's also remarkable so far when I compared the originals against remasters, they played a lot with the singer. Very strong was this with the Roxy Music, the half-speed masters and the originals, that they put out the singer Brian Ferry from the band. In this case, they did that very good. They didn't do that. This is like the original. Debbie Harry is quite upfront also on the original, and they didn't play with that, and I do like that. They really, in my opinion, what they managed to do, and I think that was a conscious decision, that they say we want to get as close as possible to the originals. That's my personal opinion, and I do like that very much, and they achieved that here. And now, of course, the most iconic Blondie release, Parallel Lines with the inner sleeves. Something interesting, I have here the British first pressing I showed you when I did the Discogs video, I think. This is the album from our man in London, let's call him that way, also with the inner sleeves and with this beautiful official fan club sheet. This is original, and I thought maybe again for this price of the box set they could have put it into the release, but okay, no problem, can't have it all. Interesting, and correct me please if I'm wrong, I think on the original you have on the lyrics sheet, you have the Parallel Lines text, but there is no Parallel Lines song on this album. And they did the same here. They also took the inner sleeves from the first pressing. I think the second pressing doesn't have that, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have a second pressing or later pressing, so I might be wrong, but I think that's the case. Okay. Next one. Yeah, sorry, it's quite some stuff I have floating around here. Yeah, again, the original and the remaster. Original is not way better than the remaster. Slightly fresher, yet again. This Blondie music, at least nowadays, is very uplifting. It's 80s, yeah, remember. And through this overall slightly better quality, you get, it's more immersive, at least for me. And so, yeah, the original is slightly better when it comes to details, punch and separation. But yet again, they did a very, very decent job with this remaster. I'm quite surprised, positively surprised, because it's a good thing when they give us these gorgeous albums back in a very decent quality. And so, yeah, I'm very pleased, a bit surprised, but positively surprised. Eat to the Beat. Original facsimile of the inner sleeves, yet still on chrysalis. And here we have my British near mint copy with the original inner sleeve. And there, yeah, yet again, you can really see that they did a good job. They simply did a good job with them. No complaints here at all. Yeah, same goes here for the Eat the Beat with parallel lines. And now, next album, and here we go into something interesting. New jacket, well made, gorgeous jacket by the way. Inner sleeves. This looks a bit like a release from the Cocteau Twins in my opinion. And here I have my still in original shrink wrap, near mint British original. Yeah, this is in the shrink wrap. But, and we had this discussion, this shrink wrap now sticks to the jacket. See, it sticks to the jacket, you can't get it off. I don't like it. So this I keep my records in the shrink wrap is not always such a hot, good idea, in my opinion. I haven't really bad damage on a Jimi Hendrix where the hype sticker hasn't been put off, which goes through the shrink wrap and bleached the jacket. So in my opinion, what's your opinion? Get them out of the shrink wrap. Keep the shrink wrap. Put it inside the outer sleeve, but not a good idea in my opinion. And here now is a release where the shrink wrap sticks to the original, which wasn't mentioned by the seller, by the way. But okay, the album sounds great. Good one. Blondie the Hunter. This is the remaster. And here I made a mistake, in a way. I didn't get that original because I thought, I'll come get the first 5. Those are the core Blondie. But it was a mistake. This album is way better than I remembered. She really tried to do some new ways and way better than I remembered. Yeah, so this is, in a nutshell, the result of quite some Blondie listening. And to be honest, I'm a bit Blondie fatigue. I have a bit Blondie fatigue now. I won't listen at least for 2 days to Blondie. I still love her. But that was quite something, quite some Blondie listening and comparing. But it was once more real fun. And they have put out a great box set. And you know, that's now really beautiful that I could compare it, that I could have had a scale, a baseline where I can say, okay, this, and now what, from where do we come from? Really liked it, and know, at least I know, and you, if you trust my verdict, no, my opinion, it's a great set. They did a good job. So, that's it. Ah, by the way, I've also listened to some of those extra stuff, those outtakes and a lot of stuff. Some, not nearly the most of it. And so far this is really, really cool too. So for the last time, we have a great edition here. Thank you for your time and see you on the next one. Bye.